I made dinner and waited for my husband. The table was ready. His favorite chicken, warm bread, and a small chocolate cake with white cream. I even placed 2 candles in the center. The soft light made the room look peaceful, almost romantic. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. 9:15 p.m. Today marked 10 years of our marriage, 10 years of memories, 10 years of hope, 10 years of waiting for things to change. I heard the sound of a car stopping outside. My heart started beating faster. Maybe tonight would be different. Maybe he would remember. Maybe he would walk in smiling. The door suddenly opened. He came home drunk. His shirt was wrinkled, his tie hanging loose around his neck. His eyes were red, and he smelled strongly of alcohol. He looked at me, then at the table. "What's all this?" he asked, dropping his keys loudly. I swallowed my pain. "It's our anniversary, 10 years." He gave a short, cold laugh. "Oh, please, don't start that again." I felt something inside me break, not loudly, not suddenly, but quietly, like glass cracking. For 10 years, I had waited for him to become the man I married, the man who once brought me flowers for no reason, the man who used to hold my hand while crossing the street, the man who promised me a happy life. But promises can fade. "I made your favorite dinner," I said softly. He said, "I'm not hungry, and stop acting crazy. It's just another day." Crazy. That word hurt more than anything else. I stood there in silence. My hands were shaking, but not from fear. Something was changing inside me. "I'm leaving," I said quietly. He stopped moving and stared at me. "Don't be ridiculous." "I'm serious." He laughed again. "You won't leave. You never do." And he was right.
For 10 years I had stayed. I stayed when he forgot my birthday. I stayed when he came home late every night. I stayed when he stopped talking to me. I told myself that love meant patience, that marriage meant sacrifice. But tonight felt different. I walked to the bedroom and opened the closet. A small suitcase sat on the top shelf. I had placed it there months ago, just in case I ever found the courage. Behind me, I heard his voice. "You're overreacting." I folded my clothes carefully. My hands were steady now. "No," I answered calmly. "I'm finally reacting." He followed me into the room. "You can't survive without me." I looked at him for a long moment. 10 years ago, I would have believed that. 10 years ago, I was afraid of being alone. But I wasn't afraid anymore. "I was surviving before you," I said softly, "and I will survive after you." He didn't shout this time. He just stared at me, confused, maybe even worried. "Where will you go?" he asked. "I don't know yet," I admitted, "but somewhere peaceful." I closed the suitcase and took one last look around the room. The walls held memories, some happy, many painful. I realized something important. Staying had been more painful than leaving. As I walked toward the door, he said quietly, "You're making a mistake." I paused. "No," I said. The mistake was staying too long. I opened the door. The night air was cool and fresh. For the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe. I didn't know what tomorrow would bring. I didn't have a perfect plan, but I had something stronger, self-respect. 10 years ago, I married him believing love would save us. Tonight, after 10 years, I chose to save myself. And sometimes that is the bravest love of all.